Recorded live in front of a half-hungover audience here at Gator Sports Pub, Taz Entertainment would like to present SportsXcetera with your host, Chris Rudd.
Hey everybody, welcome to SportsXcetera. I am not Chris Rudd. I am filling in for Chris Rudd. It's Tyler here from Taz Entertainment. Glad you're here on the show. It's Saturday morning for me. It's sunny. You guys are watching on Sunday, hopefully, assuming we got everything published on time as our goal is. And if you are watching this live as it publishes, then you need to know that as soon as this episode is done, you gotta drop whatever you have planned, head over to the Stetson Village Inn, because we are there right now giving away tons of great prizes. It's a special karaoke night for our summer sweepstakes finals. Someone is going to win the grand prize of $1,000 cash. So especially if you're in the draw, because you've been coming out to Taz Entertainment karaoke shows over the course of the summer, then you definitely want to be there. I know that some of our karaoke regulars have 6, 7, 8, even 10 entries in there. So good job for you guys. Thank you so much for coming out and supporting our shows over the summer. And we look forward to providing you with a whole bunch more. We've got tons of exciting stuff lined up and planned for you here as we move into the fall, including for Halloween. We've got a pumpkin carving contest coming up. So if you guys are interested in participating in our pumpkin carving contest, you're welcome. Information is going to be coming out about that. Go ahead, leave some comments down below. Let us know how you're doing and if you'd be interested in coming out to our pumpkin carving. And of course, we are going to have our Halloween costume contest this year and tons of other great things going on as well with Name That Tune here with SportsXcetera. So make sure you're subscribed, all right? Obviously here on YouTube and online at SportsXcetera, at Taz Entertainment YYC, and at yycparty. And that's another site you guys want to keep your eyes on, yycparty.com. That is a site that is... we got some great contributors that are going to be putting content on there on a regular basis. We've already got a few articles and videos posted up there already, and it's just getting escalated. As we get into the fall here, we're really getting our systems organized. People are getting back from holidays, and we're really excited about some of the great information about sports, etc. All kinds of information, from singing tips with Professor Ron. We've got articles in there about movies and Netflix versus Prime and all kinds of great stuff. So go ahead, you can follow your favorite contributors over there, yycparty.com. Would love you guys to check that out. Obviously, with Chris not on the show today, I am not the sports expert. I don't have nearly as much to share in terms of insight and knowledge as he does. However, I did join him here last night. We were watching the Calgary Stampeders, and we were right here at Gators, 35-cent wings, of course, during every Stamps game. And it was a good game. We got to watch the Stampeders win. Again, I said this the last time they played Toronto when I was at the Toronto game here in town. And I said afterwards, it's a good thing we're playing Toronto, because we did not play our stellar, right? And so if you're not playing at your top of your game, and that was just from a few poor receptions. Bo, I thought, looked really good. There were a couple passes where he threaded the needle right through, found his contact point. There were a couple passes that were a little low and a couple passes that really should have been caught. So, but you know what? Special teams continued to perform pretty well for the most part. A couple missed tackle opportunities, gave up some yards. But hey, anytime the Stampeders win, it's a good night in my books. And of course, on the hockey side, that came up in exhibition. Calgary Flames played last night, and they lost against the Oilers. So womp womp. That's not a good way to start. But you know what? Hey, it's exhibition, and we're playing a lot of our second, third, guys that aren't even going to play necessarily this season, right? We're trying out some of our lower lines, just to make sure that we know who's going to come to bat for us should the main lines fall apart a little bit, right? So it's not a huge issue in my mind if we win or lose an exhibition game. Regular season is starting up pretty quick. And don't forget, in the same way that they do the 35-cent wings during every Stampeders game at Gators, they also do it for every Flames game as well. So if you're looking for a place to come, watch some hockey, come on down to Gators and check it out. That's what's going on in the world of both football and hockey as far as our Stampeders go. But when I come back, I'm going to look a little bit at NFL football, because NFL football has, obviously it's in full swing now. We're coming up on week 3. We've got our SportsXcetera Fantasy League going on right now, which is keeping me a little bit more invested and involved in what's going on in NFL than I normally am. I'm going to share a couple of my insights with that. Plus, I've got a really cool game. Last week, you guys saw me play mini Jenga. I had to play by myself. I'm hopeful that for this game today, it's a really fun game, and I'm hopeful I'm going to be able to find an opponent here at the bar. So that's all coming up in just a little bit. Stick around, all right?
Are you ready for the hottest party of the summer?
Join us this Sunday at the Stetson Village Inn for our Summer Sweepstakes Finals.
You could walk away with $1,000 or 1 week stay in Cancun, courtesy of our sponsors, designated drivers.
You can also join us at our location semifinals for a chance at some great prizes and gift certificates.
Tuesday at the Lighthouse,
Wednesday at the Stetson,
Thursday at Red Crowns,
and Saturday at Gator Sports Pub.
Then come back on Sunday at the Stetson and join us for a chance at that big prize.
This is your last chance to get into the draw.
check out yycparty.com.
Hey everybody, welcome back to SportsXcetera. Tyler here, filling in for our man Chris Rudd, who unfortunately couldn't be here this morning. You know what, that's okay. Chris, if you're watching, hopefully everything is all right over there, buddy. Actually, next week, Chris will be here doing the show all by himself because I have another commitment. So what goes around comes around, although we are exploring some possible guest hosts that he could bring in to be with us next week. So keep your eye on online, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. We'll make sure we announce who Chris's special guest is going to be next week. Should that all get lined up and secured the way we hope it will. I told you guys before the break that I was going to talk about NFL football. And as you who have been watching know, we've got a SportsXcetera Fantasy Football League going on. So because of that, I've been following along a little bit. Now here's the funny thing. For a guy like me who doesn't know anything about sports, it occurs to me with fantasy football that we're building these teams, and all of these teams have different players from different teams in the league. So it almost gets to the point where you don't care which team won over other teams, you know? So I know I can scan my lineup here and I know right away which players are getting points, but the ESPN app kind of doesn't show me what their teams have done. So for a guy like me who doesn't follow sports as closely as someone like Chris, you know, it's hard for me to say whether or not, hey, who's winning? Is Houston up? Is Dallas up? You know, how are my Patriots doing? You know, I always know who makes it to the Super Bowl, but I've never been the type of person to follow that closely. And that's why I'm doing the Fantasy League this year, is to try to see what I can learn. So all of you non-sports fans out there that have been following along, there's a lot going on. And one thing that's kind of cool with the ESPN app as well is it keeps popping up and giving you notifications about different players. And what I'm beginning to realize is that my lineup sucks. I took Ezekiel Elliott because I thought that was a good pick, and I think that still is, but I've got some other players like Antonio Brown, who just got cut from the Patriots because he's an idiot. There's really no other way to say it, among further sexual allegations or new sexual allegations. This is after the guy already gets cut, and whatever. It is what it is. So I've got to try to find a way to unload Antonio Brown from my lineup here, and I've also got to try to find a way, I think, to do something with Joe Mixon, because this guy hurt his ankle and he continues to underperform. So that's currently where I'm at. I've got Deshaun Watson as my quarterback over there in Houston. He's been doing pretty good for me, putting up some points. This week, I don't know. I'm not off to a great start. I think I've only got 10 points on the board, but there's a lot of football still to be played. Of course, Sunday football and then Monday night football. You can come on down to Gators for Monday night football. They've got a great cheeseburger and a beer special. Really, really fantastic. So if you're looking for a place to come to watch some Monday night football, And of course, for all the fun events going on around town, make sure you go to yycparty.com. And of course, everything can be listed there. Find something fun to do around town. So with that being said, I need your guys' help. All right, I am going to be taking a screenshot of my line, and I'm going to be taking a screenshot of my bench here. All right, and I want you guys out there with your comments. I want you to help me out. I want you to tell me, who should I take off my bench, put on my line maybe, you know, if I should move things around, because I really don't know what I should do. And I also want some advice on who should I trade, and if I was to trade, who would you pick up for me? All right, so help me out because I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing in fantasy football. I'd love your guys' help because I got to crush Chris. He's winning right now, 2-0. So we'll see how this goes. Make sure you follow along, keep watching, keep tuned in, and we'll share updates about who's winning and who's losing in the SportsXcetera Fantasy League. And if you're interested, head on over to Facebook. There's a link there. We're starting our very first ever NHL Fantasy League. So if you're a hockey guy like me, we don't know how we just did the football one, so we're kind of jumping into this hockey one quickly, but we're doing it because it's fun. And so we're looking forward to that. If you're interested in participating, as I say, there's a link on Facebook. Get all the information about that there. So that's almost it. I got a really cool game that I want to play here. I've actually got a couple games. I'm going to walk around, and Tom is with me here again today. I know Tom is always in for a game, so I'm going to see if I can't find a game that suits his fancy. Whatever game I decide to play, we're going to play it. We're going to play for it at Name That Taz Tune at Red Crowns coming up on Friday. All right. So stick around, see what game we play, and decide whether you want to come out and try your hand at winning it. Stick around. Hey everybody, welcome back to SportsXcetera. Tyler here, and I got my good buddy Tom. How's it going today, Tom?
I still have to rake some apples. That my tree's dropping apples.
So he's got some work to do. So what that means on this beautiful Saturday, because it's going to be a good Saturday afternoon for that. That's actually why we did our summer sweepstakes finals. We started on the very first day of summer, and we're ending on the very last day of summer, which is tomorrow. We've got the big party at the Stetson for $1,000 cap.
Wow.
You have an entry in the $1,000 prize.
I could use $1,000.
Well, come to the Stetson.
That's what I'm thinking.
Designated Drivers, our sponsor. They came to the table with a 1-week stay in Cancun, and they also came up with a VIP concert experience. So this is a concert. You can attend any concert or sporting event in North America for free. 2 tickets. So
I got 2 tickets to Paradise.
Yeah. A moment of silence for Eddie Money.
One.
Back to the show. What we're going to do now, as I was telling you, I had a fun game to play, and I actually had a few fun games because we had a bunch of prizes for summer sweepstakes, and we had a bunch of prizes for Name That Taz Tune over at Red Crowns. And so with all of these games that I had in the back of my car, I said, Tom, you pick the one that you think will be the most fun. And he decided that the mini-billiards game was best. And you know what? I like it because last week I did mini Jenga.
So what I'm thinking with this one, freakishly small hands.
Would you like to do, I racked them. We have 10 balls racked. I don't know why 10. Seems like a strange number, but that's okay. I thought about taking one away and like racking up a little 9-ball set, but we'll just do the 10 ball.
No, but this is just the practice
It comes
round.
with a little rack, and it also comes with, check this out,
Great.
if you need it, you stick
Yes.
you stick this up here, and now, all right, so do you want to break or should I break here? I feel like you should do the honors as the guest on our show. Here, go ahead.
If you're a T-Rex, this is awesome.
This is so fitting.
Good luck.
Because
Carpal
the
tunnel.
first time I ever came into this bar, I was like 18 years old, and I played pool over there with my friend Jeff, and you and Tim were here, and we played pool against you guys. My very first time ever walking in this bar, what was that, 18 years ago? Unbelievable.
Time, space.
Here we are. Now we're playing mini
I thought
pool.
it was yesterday.
Now the budget lowered, so we're playing mini pool.
Let's just see if I can break it.
All right.
Your turn.
Move out of the
Do
way.
you want me?
Don't re-rack it. Don't-
It has to be tight.
I
think you
That's
didn't rack
what
it
she
tight enough.
Come on now. Rack them already. Good. It's
No, it
really
needs
cool.
to be tight.
Down and down. You gotta keep going. I think.
And finesse.
That's something. All right, here.
Oh.
I wish we had our other camera set up. My goodness, Chris.
Doesn't matter.
Chris,
So
where are you,
warm
my
up
friend?
ground.
We need another camera. That's all right. Oh, that was a good shot.
I know that, but I called it.
Hey, Carrie. Carrie, can I borrow your phone?
Go for my next one.
Yeah, you sunk it. All right, I'm gonna try to sync this.
Whatever.
I'm gonna try to sync this too.
We're going in.
Jeez, that is.
Nice. That's what I'm hoping.
I think we kind of get to make up the rules ourselves.
And this is the warm up.
Okay, so here's where we're at, Tom. We've got 2 and 2 left plus the 8 ball. So I'm gonna take the. I'll go for the 2 greens. You take the red and the yellow, and then we go for the 8.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes, except now I've hooked
me.
myself. Come on, ball.
Oh my god.
I lost.
See how close. So I win then.
You win. Thanks for playing with me. If you guys want to win mini billiards, all you got to do is come down to Red Crown's Pub. This coming up Friday, we're going to be playing Name That Taz tune. The winner will get a $25 gift certificate for their next visit, along with a $10 DES designated driver certificate, and they'll win mini billiards. All right, so come on down. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm excited because I've got another one of these that I get to give away tonight. Hey guys, make sure you subscribe. Thanks so much for watching the show,
Great.
and follow along with what we're doing. We look forward to talking to you next week when Chris is back. See you guys.